All right, so we have these two art pieces here that I've been creating. This one is called Inner Child Meets Capitalist Machine with Compassion. And there's the inner child right there, and it actually has some luminescent effects, and it glows in the dark. And then this piece here is for the Year of the Dragon, which is coming up very soon. I'm going to be adding some finishing touches to both pieces with this silver marker. And we'll begin with this one here. Alright, I'm going to come back to this piece in a bit and move on to this one here. This one also has glow-in-the-dark paint on it, but I'm going to be covering up a little bit of it with the silver chrome. And that will give it some really nice effects when it's in the light. Here I'll cover up this black edge in order to make it really pop out and appear more three-dimensional. This piece is showing the dragon energy, the energy of transformation and magic, as well as mysticism. Alright, I'll come back to more of this later, but I wanted to add a few more effects on this squishy ball right here. So we have this one's a hard one, a squishy one, and that's a flat one that was done with marker and colored pencil and paint. So here I just want to add a little bit of texture. Oh wow, it's almost like decorating a pastry. And once this dries, it's going to have some more shiny, luminescent effects. Wow, that's looking pretty interesting. Just fill that in on the bottom. Alright, and then I'll add some of these right on the edge here, touching the silver chrome. Alright, now are you able to pause that video? And then we could come back to it later after I've done some more. Okay.
So in this one, I see that there's eyes with a sparkle on the top.
Yeah, that's actually a tri-bead, and I put it there since this is an inner child piece. And as a child, I was really interested in those particular beads. So I've got one up here, and then I've got also one down here in pink.
What is the tri-bead?
It's just this plastic kind of bead that you could string it.
Oh, okay, so there's a hole in the middle and it's like three beads melted together.
Yeah.
Cool. Very sweet.
Oh yeah, thank you. So I'm just doing some more accents here, and this is gonna pop in the light just to give it a little more dimension and add some different media in the piece, because right now it's got marker, colored pencil, sumi ink, fabric paint, glow-in-the-dark fabric paint. This is half of a Christmas decoration, and the other painting has the other half. And then I was thinking I ought to make this robot silver, because the robot dog I already made copper. Make this a little more realistic, robot realistic. Okay, do you have any questions about the piece? Any questions or comments?
Yeah, what's the robot doing?
Well, so this is about the inner child meeting the capitalist machine. So this is all the capitalist machine, and the robot is part of that. It's just part of this whole AI situation happening that's maybe taking people farther away from their humanity. And I'm not saying it's bad or wrong, it's just part of the machine. And there's a machine in the machine making more machines. So that's what this piece is speaking to.
And you say this is the inner child meets capitalist machine with compassion. So the inner child's in the glowing yellow in here, right?
Yeah. And at first I didn't have the with compassion part, but when I meditated on it, I decided that approaching something with compassion would be the ideal way to approach anything. And then when I added the part about compassion, I felt that it shifted the energy of the piece. And then it helped inspire me to create this part as more luminescent.
Yeah, it reminds me of like emanating life, emanating love.
Nice. So a lot of this piece too was a therapeutic process, and I was processing some different feelings and emotions and using a lot of free movements, not caring so much about doing something perfect, or I wasn't trying to not make a mistake or not mess up. I was just letting it flow and letting it flow out authentically and watching the process unfold, not planning or thinking about it too much. Although I did have an idea of what the piece would look like more or less as a whole when I finished. And then I've been looking at it for months and considering what else I want to add to it to just make it more interesting and more multi-dimensional. And this Christmas ornament, I actually sawed it open a little bit at the top to make it stay, and it's attached with crazy glue. And that's almost like this being right here. This might be my higher self, and she's needing to breathe through this breathing apparatus, being in this crazy machine. Whee! Art is fun. Everybody should do art. And I really can't mess up. I can't make a mistake because there's not any way that it's supposed to look like. And also I'm not going to be signing it. I'm not going to be signing either piece because my art is my signature. Whee! All right, what do you think? You want anything more? So the person filming this is the buyer, and so I'm gonna check in with her, how she's feeling, if she would like any more silver somewhere else.
Well, the part that stands out to me is like the inner child, but I know when we saw it glow in the dark, it's really defined. So it's like in the light, it's a little harder to make out if there's a shape in there.
You know what? Maybe we should pause the video again and show it in the dark room.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, let's see some of that reflection. You're tilted a little bit back and forth. Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's cool. Love
Yeah.
these effects.
Yeah, even her eyes are lighting up with it.
Oh wow, nice. Okay, let's take this in the dark room.
Okay.
Alright, we have the painting in a dark room now, and I'm just charging it up with my flashlight. You can see how the silver is just so shiny. We have the inner child here in this capitalist machine, and let's see what happens when it goes totally dark. Alright, go ahead and pause that, and then here we go. We got some drips going here. This is looking interesting. I really needed something extra in this corner.
The dragon has something it's going for.
Oh yeah, there we go. Some goals and intentions. The silver lining. Oh wow, look at those cool splashes too.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really dope.
You got some on your hand too.
Great, perfect. Even better. Even better. Just make a few more accents here.
It's like, what do you wish for?
Alright, I think it's done. What do you think?
Yeah, I love that it has something it's going for up in the corner there.
That came out great. Alright, everyone.
Wait.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying my art.